Hello and welcome once again to my side of YouTube. I am sorry I do not post videos all that much, but I thought this was going to be a pretty good video because it's a topic about Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super. So, in the game Dragon Ball Xenoverse, the first one, not Xenoverse 2, when you play as a Frieza race and you go up against cool Perfect Cell, normally Perfect Cell would react depending on what character you play as. If you play as Vegeta, he'll be like, "Oh, if it isn't cool, Vegeta." Coming back for Papa Cell, are you? He actually says that. Like, most of the characters in Dragon Ball Xenoverse have a whole lot of things to say to each other. But when you play as a Frieza race going up against Cell, Perfect Cell, in this one mission, he'll say, "Oh, if it isn't a Frost Demon." Is that the real name for the Frieza race? Because if you think about it, the only reason people are really calling it the Frieza race is because Frieza is the main face for all of his race. Frieza is the Pikachu for his race. So you could pretty much just call them Pokemon, but every time people talk about them, they'll only think of... Now, when you think about Pokemon, the first thing that comes to your mind is your favorite Pokemon, or the only Pokemon that shows up for branding Pokemon, Pikachu's face. But when it comes to Frieza's race, you think of Frieza. Okay, so it's Frieza's race. But we have Cooler and we have Cold. Cold is Frieza's father. Cooler is Frieza's older brother. But what is the actual name for the race? Could what Perfect Cell said be the correct term? Because Frost Demons, they're aliens and they can easily breathe in the vacuum of space. It could be the same thing said for the gods of destructions, or just the gods in Dragon Ball in general. Because in the movie Resurrection of F, Golden Frieza was going toe-to-toe with Super Saiyan God Blue Goku. Same thing with Super Saiyan God Blue Vegeta. How is it that the only time Frieza has decided to train after being resurrected by the Dragon Balls in Dragon Ball Super or Resurrection F, he gets this brand new power, but he already has his final form alongside with his other three forms. Now, alongside with his golden form, could this just be a form? Could it be that Frost Demons are actually the closest thing in Dragon Ball, the closest thing in Dragon Ball to be on par with gods and gods of destruction? Because Beerus had planned out Frieza to wipe out the Saiyans. And Beerus had this premonition, dream. A premonition is basically a dream that foretells the future about fighting a Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan God Saiyan. It could have been that he had a premonition about someone else, but it was Goku who fought him. But even though Goku lost, pretty much Goku lost. I believe that they were on par. But when Goku gets this power, Super Saiyan God Blue, Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, and goes up against Frieza, he had all this time on Beerus' world, training with Whis, who is actually stronger than Beerus. The angels for the gods of destruction are stronger than the god of destruction. But Goku and Vegeta have this god power. It's basically god power. And gold form Frieza was able to go toe to toe up until he didn't realize that his form was actually draining his power, as does Super Saiyan 3 for Goku. So, I don't know. This video is basically just to say, could the correct term for Frieza's race be Frost Demon? And could it be possible that the actual name is Frieza's race? But I don't think that's true, and I don't want to believe that. Only reason, like I said, I almost repeated myself. Like I was saying, the only reason people call it Frieza's race is because people think of Frieza before you start to say, oh, it's Frieza's race. There's two names that people use: Arcosians and Frost Demons. What could be the name? Arcosian or Frost Demon? Or could it be that there's an actual name for it? We won't know until I'm sorry for mispronouncing his name, Akira Toriyama, to say so for himself. There's a possibility that he's already talked about this before, but I haven't seen it. So, if anyone already knows, leave it down in the comment. So, yeah. This has been Luther574, and I'll see you in the next video. Sorry if I went off in a tangent about Pokemon and whatnot. So, yeah. It was only a... Yeah. Okay. Goodbye, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.